Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and today I want to talk about how to manage your time, especially my time. This video is being here for telling me that I need to manage my time because I'm a mother of two young children, and one of them, the big one, the taller, really energetic. He talk all day, he run around all day, he just curious about anything that could happen in this house. If some sound, mysterious sounds suddenly go bust, and he was just like, what's that, and nagging me, try to get the answer from my mouth. And I just feel like, oh my god, I cannot bear to have this super energetic toddler by my side talking to me every day and nagging me, thinking that why mommy cannot answer my question, why mommy is so stupid. And the other thing is that whenever he got a chance to sleep, he still have a afternoon nap time, so he would sleep for like 2 hours during the afternoon after the lunch. So I would just like, okay, I'm gonna use that time to record a video, to talk about whatever I want to talk about, to express my emotional feelings towards the camera, to practice my English. This time, the other one, the small one, will wake up and thinking, oh, why mommy is not here for me? I'm gonna shout, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna grab mommy's attention. I'm gonna tell her, using my crying, that I'm already wake up, I'm alone in my little room. I don't want to be alone, I don't want to be left, I want to be hugged. And then at this moment I just feel like, oh, why is it I cannot have a freedom of my own? Why is it I haven't managed to have little bit of peace? One moment of peace is enough, one drop of peace is enough. But now I don't have that sort of choice. I have to take care of them all the time. And that got me thinking, like, do I really want to be this sort of mom? Do I really want to spend 100% of time to educating my child, to take care of them, to actually talk to them all the time? Because when you talk to little children, you're not really using intellectual words. You are using all those baby language / adult slang language. You're not talking in a way that you want to be heard. You're not talking in a way that you truly think, oh my god, this topic is so important. I want to tell my children. I want to get reaction. I want to see what they think. What you can do is just put on a show for them, just saying, okay, this is what I do and this is what I plan to do, and would you agree? And if you can just sit down for one moment and give mommy a drop of space, of quiet, I will be so appreciated. But you know, with little toddlers, with little babies, you don't have that freedom, you don't have that choice. How can I ever get myself to be on the track of doing things that I want to do? Like, I want to listen to audiobooks. How can I ever manage to do that? I want to listen to songs. How can I ever manage to do that? I want to exercise. How can I ever manage to do that? And I actually found a way. You know, to be mom is a very beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing to be able to educate your children, to be able to witness the whole process that they're growing up from a little nasty, very naughty child to a very sensible man who can actually take the responsibility to make the world a better place. It's a really beautiful process. I cannot miss it. I cannot dare to miss it. So how can I ever manage my time between the worlds of my babies, between the needs of my babies and my own needs? That's the fundamental question. Okay, I think I got a solution after 3 months of having my second child. That is, you have to focus on one thing per day. If you want to listen to audiobook, you can just set a time, like after the baby goes to sleep, I will have a full section of 1 hour at night. Totally belongs to myself. And I want to listen to audiobook at that time. And I can lay down with my baby and sing a song to them while listening to the podcast, while listening to the audiobook. I usually choose all those very low level teenage YA novel based audiobook. For example, the Summer I Turned Pretty were the most popular audiobook 10 years ago. That is the vampire version. I don't remember its name. Oh my god, I don't remember its name. It's called Vampire. Oh my god, I cannot remember its name. But that sort of book really got me interested in. I used to think it's so stupid, but now I think that's the only book I can actually absorb while taking care of my baby. So I got to use that sort of book as resources that I can actually rely on to learn English, to practice English with. And the second thing I think, which is very crucial, that you definitely need to focus on yourself. When your baby is not around, is not nagging you all the time, is asleep, you have to truly think about, okay, what am I going to do today? You have to make up the plan, and this is the list of what I want to do today. For example, I want to exercise, I want to do yoga, I want to do the post-mental exercise, I want to squeeze my tummy, I want to watch some TV shows. All those things you think it's impossible to do while taking care of your children. You need to write it down into a list form and look at them thinking, okay, how can I ever do it? How can I ever manage to make them accomplished? So after you write that list, you may think, okay, I'm ready to manage my time. I'm ready to take this challenge. And magically, you will find the time. I tell you, it's just so magical that anything you think is impossible to do, when you write it down, when you try to, pray to the universe and saying, this is what I need. It's good for my mental health. I really need to do them. I really need them to be part of my life. Once you do that, the universe will magically manage some time for you. You may think, well, that's not possible, but that's my reality. And every time I think I lost my opportunity, the opportunity will magically emerge itself out of nowhere. God knows how, I don't know how. The other thing I want to say that when you're a mother, you don't have time for yourself, you don't have time to be yourself. It sounds sad, right? It's really, really sad thing to say that. But actually, if you think deeply, think harder, this concept of being a mother, not having enough chance to own its own time, it's actually a fabulous idea, because that means it's time to take responsibility. It's time to consider yourself as a mother, because if you are yourself, you can do anything. You can do everything. You can go somewhere you never went before. You can actually talk to your friend into the middle of the night. You can actually order a Meituan in the middle of the night. You can do all those crazy things. You can drink, you can eat, you can go bungee jumping, but that's not responsibility for your life. That's just your craziness. You want to do all those things to prove that somehow maybe your value is in it. After you're doing it, you may feel, oh, I'm grown up into a whole person. I'm a human being now. Without doing all those crazy things, you are half complete. And that's not true. The most beautiful thing is to take responsibility, to actually take care of your children, to tell them that this is your house. There's a game we can play. So you have to obey the rules. If a game is without the rules, that means the game is not worth playing. So I think the best thing to be a mother is to tell yourself, okay, there's so many titles and reputations around your life. You can be a daughter, you can be a mother, you can be employer, you can be employee, you can be whatever you want. But at the end of the day, you need to tell yourself, I need to be all those person in order to make something accomplished. I need to be all those job title related personality. I mean, to really achieve something in my life. You cannot just be yourself, because be ourselves means you have nothing to aim for. you just want to be free. And what's the meaning of being free? If you think about it, it's nothing. It's just craziness. It's just an empty mindset where you think, okay, without all those titles, I can be myself. But who you are and who you want to become, we have a lifetime to figure it out. And if you try to convince yourself that being nothing but yourself is the most important thing, that means you're not taking responsibility for others and for yourself. Maybe some of my opinions is not really popular. I know nowadays people talking about how to make money and how to have a better job. Everything is about self-development, self-indulgence, and self-caring. You cannot be that sort of person. That's called narcissism. And we don't use that word because we don't like it. So we use the other words, other concepts to fulfill our needs to be narcissism. Okay, that's what I want to talk about. Hope you like it. Hope you enjoyed it. And next time we're going to talk about how to learn English. Okay?